it's your girl KeishaCharmaine, and I am popping on camera because I'm in the process of taking down my awesome braids that I had over my locks for the past almost 2 months. And so I wanted to briefly come on and show you the actual takedown. I had a lot of people ask me questions about, whether the hair was going to get tangled into my locks, or all kinds of questions pertaining to the takedown and just my experience with the locks and the impact that, not the locks, the braids, the impact that the braids would have on my locks. So first of all, let me just say I look a little crazy because I've been slowly taking them out all week. So I pretty much have about half of them out. So I'll show you now. This top part, of course, is still all braided up, but the back are my locks. I have, they're looking a little crinkly because they've been in the braids. I have quite a bit of new growth. I'm debating about whether or not I want to retwist just to kind of sort out all of the, fuzzies in between. And that's just naturally how my hair is. Again, I did not retwist before the braids were installed. The hair was somewhat sorted out for braids, but my hair, even in the locking process, I just have little hairs that, don't want to stay put, and I end up with a lot of fuzzies between locks. But I have been free-forming for a while, so I don't know. Probably after I wash it, I'll know whether or not I feel like retwisting it or not. And if I do retwist, it won't be anything serious. I'll only use water, and it'll just be mainly just to kind of resort everything out, if you will. But to the actual process itself, it's very similar to when you are removing braids from loose hair. So here I have one of the braids. What I like to do is kind of study the braid and see if I can determine. So because my lock is concealed inside of the braid, I can tell like there's definitely a thickness, and then at some point the braid kind of thins out a little bit more, and that's because my hair is no longer in it. So I think around here, I don't know how well you can tell, but you can kind of see it's thick, and then right at the end here it kind of becomes more like a regular braid. So I'm going to clip just below that little bump there because I am confident that I'm not cutting my lock. So I cut that off, throw that down, and the other way you can double check, make sure you didn't cut your lock off, you can look, let's see, here's the camera over here. You can kind of look inside and see that's only braided hair and not my lock. And then you just basically start unbraiding the braid. So yeah, it's not, I can't comb it out because my hair is locked in there, so it's not as simple as that. So it does require some unraveling of the braid. And I just kind of do that. Like so. And one of the questions I think someone asked was if my braider used my lock, I think, as the third piece. From the way I've been unraveling them, I haven't had a chance. I was going to try to do a video with her, but we've just not been able to coordinate timing right now to do that. So I'll just kind of answer from my observation of the takedown. But I hope to at some point bring you a video with her, because I plan to get either braids or twists installed over my locks again. Like I said, I haven't seen any issues with why I wouldn't do that. But like I was saying, she, from the way I'm unraveling it, I don't know if you can tell, but like there's a piece of hair, there's a section of hair, and then the third section includes my locks. So she definitely did the normal, where you take the hair and you create 3 strands with it and you apply it she just, I guess, overlapped that third thinner piece with my lock to form the braid. So I think that, I can't remember who asked that question, but hopefully that answers your question. So the lock is not the third piece by itself, because then you would be able to easily see it. She actually takes that third section of hair and incorporates the lock, and then braids it down, which requires some level of skill to keep that hair separate with the lock at the same time. I'm definitely hoping to get some type of video with her so she can explain it better than I can. But 3 pieces of hair, one of the pieces is incorporated with my lock. I will say, and she said this, and I think I said in the last video, it definitely helps to have hair that closely matches your own color. So keep that in mind, because then that helps to camouflage the whole look. So at this point, I have pretty much unraveled the entire braid. She did do like, it's a sort of a loop or knot at the top, but it wasn't like clunky and bulky as you can see on some of these. So it's not that big ugly knot. But when I get to that point, I pretty much just start carefully, I hold my lock and make sure that it's secure, and then I just slide the rest of the hair off. So that is pretty much been my removal process. And then as you can see, here is my lock intact. I know somebody's probably going to say, oh, your locks look thin. Well, they're compressed because they were braided and in hair. So all the poofy and fluffy and all that's going to come back when I wet them. And that's even when I would do braid outs or tight twisted styles. It makes your hair look more compressed. That's just kind of the nature of doing it to create the texture. But as soon as I wash it, then yeah. Questions about if the hair got tangled in my locks. No, as I'm pulling out this hair, an occasional strand or two, as you can see me, I'm kind of pulling my fingers through. An occasional strand or two kind of gets caught up in there, but I'm easily able to extract that out of my hair. And so yeah, guys, I'm just basically gonna get the rest of these last few out. This is all I have left to do. But I'm excited. Like I said, I think it was a great protective style, and I could even see myself doing this again in the spring just because it was so much fun to wear. So I definitely anticipate getting another style at some point. Not right away. I am going to rock my locks for a while because I kind of miss them. And, but yeah, I don't know how well you can see, but all that dark part, a majority of that is now new growth hair. Oh, one other thing I will go ahead and answer, because some people I've heard, I think my girl KeishaCharmaine, she did a video about covering your like baby locks or whatever with braids. And she pointed out that she did something similar with her mother's locks, and that she noticed when she took the braids down that the hair didn't really lock up as fast as maybe it would have if she had left it down. Right now, I can't really tell a difference in how my hair would normally lock itself up, because again, I've been free-forming. So, but I don't see that it's like a huge amount of like just unkinked up hair. But again, my locks are more mature, probably, I think, than the phase that she was speaking about. So my hair is kind of naturally in the flow of locking, I'll say. One other thing I will say, that in the back and on some of the sides where I normally get my usual collection of buildup if I use oils and things, even just when I'm locking, I did observe that I had some, I can't find any right now. Let me look in this mirror real quick. But I had like little sections at here's one. I don't know how well you guys can see that on this camera. But right in there, there's like a little bit of like built up oils and stuff. I'm not going to say it's like build up like lint, but just, built up oils. If you've ever had braids, I'm sure you've seen that little line of demarcation where the product or whatever you sprayed on it kind of collects. So I will have to deal with that. So when I do wash them, I will definitely be going in with like some apple cider vinegar or something right down at the roots and really massaging that out. But yeah, guys, I hope this video has answered a lot of your questions and calmed some of your fears. If you follow me on Instagram, then you know I constantly posting pictures. I started posting pictures when I started taking these down. For some reason, people thought I was taking my locks down, which I didn't understand because the pictures clearly showed me, you know, I snipped off a piece of the braid and then I was unraveling the braid and then I showed my lock that was revealed. But people thought I think anytime you have locks and you say takedown, you know, I could be talking about I took somebody down in a fight. But if I say the takedown happened, people are going to think I chopped my locks off. I don't know. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much what this video is about. Like I said, follow me on Instagram because I'm sure I'll be posting tons of pictures post takedown, and I'll be back to rocking my locks. Yeah, I'm excited to kind of feel my texture again, and you know, get my hands up in my roots like real good. Not that I couldn't do it with the braids, but it's just, you know, it's different having all your hair back out. So yeah, I'm excited. So stay tuned. Like I said, follow me on Instagram. And again, if you have questions, always put them below. I do hope at some point to do a Q&A type of video or something with my braider who did this style for me. So keep any questions you have down there. I'll make sure, even if I think I addressed them in this video, I'll make sure that when we get a chance to do that video, that we'll address them there because it's better to hear from her than me. I didn't do the actual braiding. All right, bye guys.